Hello, and welcome to Star Wars Obsessed Watching. Wow, it's been a while since I did an episode of Watching. Ever since Disney Plus released Caravan of Courage, an Ewok movie, and Ewok, The Battle for Endor, I thought, well, why don't I revisit these movies? I have not seen them since the 80s, and I remember enjoying Caravan of Courage very much. The Ewok Adventure is a 1984 American television spin-off film based on the Star Wars universe. It takes place on the moon of Endor and features the Ewoks, who help two young human siblings as they try to locate their parents. The film was given a limited international theatrical run, for which it was retitled Caravan of Courage, an Ewok Adventure. Will the Caravan of Courage stand to the test of time? Will this Star Wars fan be able to put aside his cynical adult eyes and enjoy it just for the purity of it? Well, let's see. The film begins with a narration by Burl Ives, the parents looking for their kids. The mother is giving an exposition dump to the husband as if he doesn't know what's happening. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. So she's basically explaining to him what's been going on. So this giant appears and it scares off the parents, and then we get the title card. We get a wonderful matte painting of the Ewok village. Ewok, Wicket. Unfortunately, the costumes that the actors are wearing for Ewoks in this TV movie, they actually look like costumes. Oh, we see a goat. Deej is hang gliding looking for his kids. It's a good thing that Deej decides to hang glide to find his kids and just happens to have rope for the kids to use to climb down. How did he know that they would be up high? Oh, maybe he just planned for that. Okay, we'll give him that he planned for the possibility that his kids went up high, but he chose to hang glide. Well, I guess that would be easier to find. You know, you can cover ground a lot faster, a lot more. Okay, I'm just tearing apart my own complaints. Okay, so he used the hang glider so he can cover more ground and see a lot more and be able to find his boys who happen to be up high on a cliff, on a rock, and he throws them a rope and they're able to climb down. They walk home to find a ship. They enter the ship and the Ewoks find Sindel. Mace is just so aggressive, like wow. Llamas. Ewoks take Sindel and Mace to their village. Sindel says,
I don't feel good.
And Mace says, Mace says,
we don't need any more food.
As the Ewok gives him medication, but they never ate food. Horses. So the next day, Sindel is still sick.
I mean, Daddy, where did they go, Mace? Why did they leave us? Ow.
The parents left the kids without telling them why. So what? The parents just stuck away? No wonder the kids left the crash site. They were most likely scared that the parents were gone and went out to find them. Rabbits. Ewoks and Mace go to the tree to get medicine. Mace stupidly puts his hand into a tree hole. And why was he so interested in that creature when it should have been about getting the medicine? The Ewoks rescue Mace from the creature in the tree hole. They go back to the village, they make the medicine, and they give it to Sindel. But then the Ewok looks at Mace's hand, and it's the wrong hand. He put his right hand into the hole. Hello? Next day, there's a ferret. There's chickens. Okay, during the night, Mace takes Sindel and they leave. Love the matte paintings, they look gorgeous. Sindel and Mace are attacked by this big creature and they hide inside the tree. But then the creature just stops, only to still be there the next morning fighting the Ewoks. At least the creature they fight is something that's not seen on Earth. And that's my complaint about this, is that it's supposed to be a completely different planet in a completely different galaxy, but they just happen to have the same kind of animals that we see on our planet Earth, like rabbits and horses and chickens and ferrets and llamas. So after they kill the creature, Mace asks how the creature got the life monitor. And the thing is, like, yeah, why was the life monitor attached to the creature? It's not like it was stuck on the creature, like the fur, like it was stuck or something. It was actually attached to it. Why? It seemed like a really lazy way to determine that's where the parents are. I don't know. Oh look, we got the village in the trees, yay! Been waiting for that. Wow, Logway's fur is so dark. Kenner made a figure with a lighter color. Oh, Kenner. There's an owl. So Logray uses magic to find the parents.
Where is it? Where is it? If we don't help them, they're gonna die.
Acting! And the Ewoks agree to help get the parents. Wow, look at the amazing map painting on this one. Each person on the caravan gets an item before they travel. Alright, 45 minutes in and we're finally on the Caravan of Courage. Okay, an Ewok chops down the tree. Mace gets really mad. Mace immediately befriends Chukatron after he throws the axe. Just immediately is like, hey, alright, join us on our caravan, yay! You know, there's no tension between the two characters. Nothing. Chukatron's axe skills don't come into play at all. They meet the priestess Kank. Kank is sitting, and the next scene, immediately she's standing. Continuity error. Because Sindel accepts Kank's magic, the Ewok Kank joins the caravan. Wow, non-forest areas. So Logray predicted that Mace would be trapped underwater. What was the point of this scene anyway? Maybe what it is, it's set up to show the Ewoks rescuing Mace, and then Mace feels a tighter bond to these Ewoks. That's what it is. I'm getting it. Runaway horse! The problem with this scene is that it's just filler. It offered no bonding. We didn't get a moment with Mace thanking Chukatron for saving Sindel. Also, it's not like Mace had issues with Chukatron that needed to be resolved with a scene like this. It's nighttime and there are Wisties. What were the point of these Wisties? Are they bad? Are they good? Are they just there to annoy? Sindel's expression is so blank. You'd think she would be excited or mesmerized to see something like this. But no. Sindel puts the candle on the ground and all the Wisties fly into it. What happened? Why did they go into the candle? Did they die in the candle? One Wistie is found by Mace. And Sindel says,
Maybe she's lost from her family.
you mean the family that you doomed into the magic candle? There's more traveling. They're doing some more camping, and Wicket gives food, and the Wisties play around. 'Cause eating food is funny. Don't you get it? Desert. Isn't this supposed to be the forest moon? What's with all the desert? They arrive to the giant's fortress and they break in. Mace leaves Sindel and Wicket and cross a spider's web. A giant spider. They couldn't think of something else but ordinary, like a giant spider. Okay, they defeat the giant spider, so they get to where the giant is and they hide, and we see that the giant has the parents in a cage. Keeping the parents as pets, maybe? Stunt double! So Mace goes up, they throw down a rope. Where did the rope come from? If the parents had the rope this whole time, why didn't they just leave? Ezarina? How does Mace get the name of the Wistie? Where did the name come from? Rocks fall on Chukatron. I'm sure it's supposed to be a very meaningful moment between the two, but their relationship didn't really grow. From the beginning, they were friends. If there had been some kind of tension between them and grew into admiration, then that scene would have been more emotional. But it didn't work. And then Chukatron gives him the axe. It's supposed to be like significant or meaningful in some way, and because never once did Chukatron say, never touch my axe, or you can't touch my axe, never use it, never, ever. And Mace is like, I want to use that axe, but he won't let me use it. And Chukatron's like, you need to earn it. We never got anything like that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna attack Sindel. Will Sindel survive? But Mace throws the axe in the back and the giant dies. So the family is reunited. They're back at the ground Ewok village. Mace lets Ezarina go. Back to its family, or her family. But where's her family? Is it in the candle? There's a celebration and they all live happily ever after. It's an interesting ending. No indication that the family wants to find a way back home. They seem happy to be there, and that's it. Life on Endor from now on. Okay, so that's the Caravan of Courage. Is it particularly good.
Yeah. You know what?
I found it kind of dull. It took a long time to actually get to the actual Caravan of Courage. It's not very imaginative in that the surroundings just look mundane, like the ground village farm, and we see animals that we see on Earth until the map paintings, and those are gorgeous. They offer a little bit of a fantasy element, something that we don't recognize on Earth, which is great, but for the most part, everything else looks pretty much same. What I do appreciate, it's all about bonding, it's all about family and friendship and helping one another. I do like the message that the Ewok Adventure presents, but its execution... Alright, well that's it for this episode of Star Wars Obsessed Watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You can follow Star Wars Obsessed on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description below. There will be another episode of Star Wars Obsessed Watching for Ewoks, The Battle for Endor. But until then, I'll see you on the next Star Wars Obsessed.